Hey, what's good? And welcome back to my channel. My name is Selkie, and today we're gonna pull a little tarot. This one is gonna be for air signs. Quick messages. Just gonna see what happens to come out. I have no plans. I don't actually want to jump back into a full set of zodiacs, and it's such a busy time of the year with the last of the harvests and different light festivals coming up. To those celebrating Diwali, have a blessed Diwali. Those doing Samhain and the harvest and fall and Halloween, blessings to you too, and anything else you happen to celebrate. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your likes, your comments, your shares. It means the world to me. Your subscribes. If you're new here, hi, welcome. If you're returning, hi, welcome. I love you guys, you know, I do enjoy spending time with you and reading your energy and playing with the tarot cards and our talks and what we do here. So thank you, you know, thank you, bless you. Anywho, without further ado, let's pull some cards, okay? I got a bunch of decks beside me. I'm just, whatever I move to, what deck I move to grab, I'm gonna grab, and we'll go from there, okay? Great Spirit, guides, guardians, angels, ancestors, my love team, I welcome you here into this space. I ask that you close any doors that aren't of you. Please help me deliver clear, accurate, and helpful messages for my collective today. Air signs. What do you have for our air signs today, collective? Oh, heavy hitters. These are pretty significant energies. They're beautiful energies. We have the Child here. This is literally just pure joy, that sense of wonder, you know, that beautiful, beautiful innocence that children have, like pure souls, right? That's coming right out the gate. 20, the Lady of the Forest. This is the eternal feminine, so divine feminine in the house, feminine dreaming, being embodied, and the Queen of the Golden Bow. This is support, healing, and equilibrium. So for a lot of you, you could be dealing with issues around mothers and the feminine. Now this is whether you are male, female, anything in between. Addressing the wounded feminine in us, observing it in the world around us. You know, what's our relationship with our mother like? Not all of us are blessed to have, you know, that stable, loving mother and then we go out into the world with these healthy attachment styles in our adult relationships. So this really feels like looking at like the generational, could be forgiveness, forgiving, like our mom. She didn't know, you know, she did her best with what she had, and she was also raised by someone who did the best with what they had. So when we're thinking about things like this, like, you can't be mad at your parents for things that they never taught you, like, especially if, you know, 35 and up and 40, you know, you can't be walking around with that anger. Oh, my mom or my dad didn't teach me this, my parental units didn't, they may not have been taught by them because they didn't know. And you remember, people are growing up in different times, different generations. There's different world events, different catastrophes. But we're really reflecting on our parental wounds. This really feels like the feminine, healing the feminine, addressing the feminine, observing the wounded feminine in others. making the decision to make that phone call. So if it's not safe, I'm not recommending do it, because estrangement happens for all sorts of fucking reasons. Like, let's be real here. And sometimes we do have to love people from afar, and we have these boundaries in place to protect ourselves, protect our energy. But for those of you where it's safe and it's something somewhat minor, still some sort of catastrophe happen, you're making the decision to like be the bigger person and take the action. You know, invite that person over for to break bread, to have a drink, invite them to a Zoom call, initiating the healing of the rift, strategizing, manifesting a way for this action, for this new path to heal the families. This is also, to me, this is, yeah, very much an energy of if trauma and the bad things can be passed down, because the blood remembers, if that can be passed down, why not healing, right? This is a switching of focus. We're not focusing on the rift or what happened. For some of you, it could even be a feeling like, what are we even fighting for? Or, you know, one of these battles that wasn't yours, it started with your parents and your aunties and your uncles, and then it kind of just got passed down to the kids. The kids were like casualties in, you know, the separation of family members not speaking. So therefore, the children of those people who aren't talking can't, you know, makes things tricky. But this is repairing a rift, repairing the rupture, repairing ruptures. The younger, you know what, it feels like the younger generations stepping in where the older generations have not. And this is going to this is gonna bless everybody. Okay, so this healing isn't just for the children and the generation, you cycle breakers that are doing it, or perhaps, you know, you're in the middle and it's your children taking that initiative to call auntie and uncle and be like, hey, I don't want you fighting with mom. Something is going on. There's a healing. There's a rift, a gap being closed, a bridge being built right now. It's in the beginning stages, but this is cycle breaking shit. It's going to break familial curses. And when I mean curses, I'm not talking about like witches, like fucking pointing fingers at you and y'all are frogs. I'm talking like things that can follow the family and be passed down by blood and up by memory, by blood memory, you know, like addictions. When it run in the family, they run in the family. Those who know, like, you know. Oh my gosh, look what popped out. Literally, it flew out. The Seven of Cups. Yeah, things that create a state of an illusion. You know, this could be misunderstandings, not necessarily addictions, but like, okay, so I come from a family where alcohol is a key factor in why my family operates the way it operates. And I grew up somewhere where it's like a mark of this manliness. You gotta have this, you gotta have a house, you gotta, and in that house you got your fridge, and then in your garage you have this secondary fridge, and that is full of beer, and men just come home and they have a beer every like, but it plays a role. It plays a big role, and over time it creates this, you know what, it's hard to function. It really is hard to function and show up for yourself and your family, and build connections the way you should when you have a clouded mind, right? When you're numbing something, numbing a pain, numbing a feeling, whatever, you know, whatever the reason is for drinking, whatever, I'm just using drinking as an example, it could be anything. But alcohol it's a solvent, it's not a fucking glue. And that's what happens, like families who struggle with things like this end up having these family units where when like grandma dies, the whole family falls apart. because there's a lot of members that weren't showing up the way they were supposed to, and then someone had the burden of being the glue. Not a burden, obviously grandmas love their family, papas love their family, you know, but when we're looking at our roles as divine beings and how we're showing up, how we build communities, like our external communities, like our neighborhoods where we live, but like our community under our own roof, alcohol could be fucking devastating for that. I'm gonna get off of that energy. Anyway, we're looking at healing this. For those of you who do not have, didn't grow up in a loving household, or were in foster care, or raised by somebody else, or lost a parent young, this is the conscious decision, like, hey, this is what happened to me when I was young. When I have children, or when I am thinking about the generations, the next 7 generations, you know, under me, this is what I'm going to do. This is the conviction, the declaration of, my parents did this to me, therefore I shall be this person. Or, you know, even if you're not a biological parent, or you have fur babies, you know what, maybe you work in the system and you're a social worker, and you work with youth that need you. This is you healing a part of yourself, processing what you're seeing, processing what you've been through in your past, your ACEs, you know, adverse childhood experiences, and saying, you know what, when I grow up, I'm gonna be the person that I needed as a child. None of this, like, it stops here. This stops with me. None of this comes forward. You. Wow. Ain't that some deep, deep shit? Air signs. I love you. You're beautiful. Okay. This is beautiful. This is healing family rips, healing family, repairing ruptures within yourself, your own distorted views on family. You're rewriting what you want. Someone's rewriting their family history. Many of you are. Through your actions, your thoughts, your deeds, the deep diving you're doing into the shadow side, into your family's shadow side, understanding, you know, where your parents came from, and like forgiving them, forgiving yourself. Now, forgiveness doesn't mean boundaries. For those of you who are in abusive situations, talking forgiveness as in it'd be more of forgiving yourself because, you know, realizing it was never your fault. And you did nothing wrong. You know, you're worthy of love. And you're going to build brick by brick what you think that the happiest, healthiest, grounded, stable version of a family is. Whether it's with, you know, blood family, a soulmate that you have, or, you know, you're connecting with your soul tribe. I'm going to close it out here. Keep doing the work that you're doing, air signs. Bless you, bless your family, bless your people. Love you. Bye.